Yeah guys, so in this video we are going to learn how to customize or how to create our own custom controller and how to create views and all those. So that I am going to cover in this video. So when you create an MVC application, so you are going to get this kind of folder structure. So here there is a controller, by default it will come. So I am going to delete because I am going to learn how to create a controller from the scratch. I am deleting this. So even in the views I am going to delete whatever the controller I deleted. So with that name, what folder is there, that is getting deleted, I am going to delete it. Okay, so now in the controller, so I am going to add a controller. So here there will be different types of controllers will be there. MVC5 controller empty, MVC5 controller with read-write actions, so MVC5 controller with views using entity framework. These two we can cover it in the future. So because this is the very basic level of this MVC now we are going with. So let us try to take this MVC5 controller empty and click on this add option. So if you see, you are going to get a pop-up where it is going to ask for the name of the controller. If you see this, in the word of in the name of the word, controller is not getting highlighted because that is mandatory. You should not disturb that one. So here I am going to write user or users controller. Okay, so click on add. So now you can see it is going to show you an option scaffolding. So from the existing previous code, whatever we designed, from that system is going to generate the code. That process we can call it as scaffolding. So now if you observe here, so users controller.cs file was generated. So with the same name we got one folder in the views also, users. So now whatever the view I will generate from this one, the views are getting generated here in this folder. So by default you got this particular index method. So by default you got this index action method. So whenever you are trying to reach the URL localhost/users, this particular method will get executed. Okay, so now anywhere in this line you can right click. So then you will get an option add view. Then you will get an option add view. So in the views you won't get much options, only one is there, MVC5 view. MVC5 means 5 is the version. Even earlier also I forgot to include, while creating the controller also it is showing MVC5, right? MVC5 is the current version. You can see version 5.0. so you can click on add, then you will get a pop-up here guys, and you will get a pop-up. So now here there is a simple logic guys. So what is the action method name? That is index, so that it will suggest to use the same name. Suppose if you are modifying name here, then you need to write in the return view in double quotes whatever the name that you are passing it here. When view name and action method name is same, you can write return view. So suppose if you are trying to modify the name need to be passed in the return view in a double quotes. That I will tell you in the later. Okay. So next option is template. So there are different templates will be there. Going forward we are going to use everything. So as of now let's try to understand it is an empty template. So then you need to check this option, use a layout page. So when it is getting executed, you got some black color label and header, footer and everything, right? So that comes with this layout page. So it is there in view start or something is there. So I am going to show you. In case if you want to get that design, you can click this one. In case if you don't want to use that predefined designing, you can uncheck this option. So as of now I am using it, so click on this add option. Okay, so let me show you what is that predefined code as I discussed. So inside this particular views folder, so there is a layout dot under the shared folder. There is a view called layout_layout.cshtml. From this your header and footer are getting constructed guys. From this your header and footer got constructed. I am going to show you after this one. So here I am just going to write some sample. So paragraph, something like this I am just writing. So if I execute from the view, you can see the output guys. If you execute from the view, you can see the output. but when you execute from the controller you will get an error. I will tell you after this topic. Okay. Now you can see there is a black color label again, so there is a footer also. These two you got from this page called layout.cshtml under this shared folder. So in case if you want to customize either header or footer, you need to change your code from this one. Okay. So here you can see in the title index hyphen myasp.net application is there. So that comes from this title tag underscore layout.cshtml. So here I am going to modify this ASP.NET application eMovies example. So now here if you refresh, you can see the title will get modified. Like the same, if you scroll down, so there are some UL tags. Inside that we have LI tags. So there is a code. This is what called Razor code, guys. So you can easily understand HTML.action link. Action link is nothing but anchor tag. So this is anchor tag. So this is anchor text. This is the action method. This is the controller name which it need to get which it need to get redirected. So here home, before that we have one more action link, that is what the title of the website. So that is what called action link. Here, so anchor text is, this is equal to this one, guys. A href is equal to some URL, let it whatever it is, in between whatever I am writing. So this click me is equal to with this application name, guys. So now what I will do, in case if I want to modify my application name, I will modify it here. So if it is getting confusing you can go ahead with our regular anchor tag also, but we have to use the Razor tags. That is what the major motto. eMovies. Now you can see this one. It was modified, but the link was not modified. When I click this one, it will go to index method under home controller. Index method under home controller. So, but there is no home controller, right? If I click this, I will get an error because home controller is deleted. Now here I need to modify, I need to send whatever the home controller link is. As of now, users. So let me execute, click this. So now we are in users controller index method. So like that you can modify the links according to your requirement. Okay. So if you see all these classes, what is this navbar, navbar inverse, navbar fixed top. So these can be covered in the future sessions at the time of Bootstrap. Don't worry about that one. So majorly focus on this title tag, and there is the main title of the website and links available here like home, about and contact. You can customize them. So again in the footer you can see copyright symbol 2021. So hyphen myasp.net application. Again same here. So copyright symbol, copy semicolon will give you the copyright symbol. So at the rate datetime.now.year you will get 2021. So after that hyphen it is going to print myasp.net application. So here you can use whatever your application name. I mean to say you can customize them all. So you can customize them all from this layout.cshtml. So here wherever there is a render body, in place of that one, this particular piece of code whatever we are writing here, this is going to be placed at the time of render body. So that code will join here, then it will become the page. Okay. So here, so I wrote index h2. By default you will get whatever the name of the action method is there. So that name will get printed here. After that you can write whatever the logic of your particular page. So this is index h2. So this is a sample paragraph. So here you can write anything. As I said, you can write your HTML code, or else you can write your C#.NET code also. So as I mentioned, whenever you want to write C#.NET code, one line of code, you can use a single @ symbol. Whenever it is a block, you need to write this kind of logic. Okay. So this is how you can create a controller. This is how you can create a view also. Now, as I said, I said one more logic, right? So here, public action method So now I am going to create one more action method. Suppose get all users. So when there is a return type action method, I need to write return view must. So now I am going to add one simple logic, guys. So in this particular action method, I am using the view name same. So now here I am going to right click, add view. So here I am modifying all this particular name. So here I am going to use users. Instead of get all users, I am changing the name users. Okay. So if I click on add, so the view will get created with the name whatever we given. You can see users.cshtml. So now there is a problem, as I mentioned. If I execute, so this problem I will tell you later. Now if I try users slash, so users is my controller. Again the view name is also get all users is my action method. So get all users. So now I will get an error because here you wrote to return the view. So then our system, our browser will go to this users folder inside this views folder. So there it will check for get all users, but there is no view found with that name. That is the reason you got this particular error. So then what you need to do, as I said, whenever the view name you are changing, in double quotes you can write users, whatever the name of that particular view you want to get execute. Now let's try that one. So now again let's try the same URL, users slash get all users, get all users. Now you can see the output. Nothing is there, but you can see the output. Understand? So when the view name is similar to your action method name, you can use return view. When view name was modified with when compared with this particular action method name, you have to return them in a double quotes. But here there is a logic, guys. You should try to understand. When it is in the same folder of the controller name users, you have to write this one. Suppose if it is there in another folder, then you need to write like this. This is what called source path folder /. So then suppose if it is there in home folder, home slash users dot cshtml also you need to write whenever it is presents in another folder inside this views. So slash views slash home slash users dot cshtml. This is the exact URL you have to return. So to avoid all this confusion, so let's try to get the same name. That's what my suggestion. Okay. So this is what how we can create a custom controller and custom action method name and custom view also. Now you need to notice one more thing. So I am getting an error whenever I am executing from the controller. If I execute from a view, there will be no error. My browser is going to show me the output also. You can see this. So it is displaying the output, right? But whenever you hit an F5 key from controller or if you execute from a controller, you will get an error. Because our program, our project was intended or it is designed to execute by default home controller. But there is no home controller, we are created users controller. Then how to set a default controller to execute when you hit an F5 key means, so here it is very important, guys. So pay attention. Inside this you have a folder called app start. So there is a class called route config. So routing, so redirecting you can call. So you can see the pattern will be like this: controller name, action method name, or some inputs whatever we have. So it has configured to execute by default to execute home controller and index method, but we modified our we changed our controller name, right? So whichever you want to execute by default when you hit an F5 key, what is the start controller that you want to use, that name you should use, and what is the action method it's supposed to execute. Okay, so in users controller I am selecting this is my default method to execute. So that is the reason under route.config you can give what is your controller name to you want to set it as start, and what is the action method it need to execute under that controller. So this, as I mentioned, it is optional. In case if you want to make it mandatory, you can delete that one. So this pattern you no need to modify anything, you just change name and action method names, controller name and action method names. Now if you execute anywhere except the views, okay, so if you are executing from everywhere, so this is going to execute users controller, in that index action method will execute by default. You can see this. So even if you write users slash index, you can see the same output. Okay, so this is how you can set a controller, and this is how you can set an action method which to be executed by default. So I hope this session is clear. Thank you.